Moheeb Qandeel, and today I will be going into detail about what the Prophet ﷺ saw when he went to see Jannah and Jahannam on the night of Isra and Meraj. The Prophet ﷺ was brought to the gates of Jannah from the dome of the rock by Angel Jibreel alayhi salam. When they got to the gates of Jannah, Jibreel alayhi salam asked the gate of heaven to be opened by knocking on one of its doors. It said, "Who are you?" He said, "Jibreel alayhi salam." It was said, "And who is with you?" He said, "Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam." It was said, "Has he been sent for?" He said, "He has indeed been sent for." The angels were pleased to see him because they were waiting for him and they were expecting him for a long time. Then the door of Jannah was open and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was greeted by Adam alayhi salam. On the right of Adam alayhi salam, he saw the people of Jannah, and on the left of him, he saw the people of Jahannam. When the Prophet looked to the right, he laughed, but when he looked to the left, he wept. Then the Prophet ﷺ ascended to the second sky with Jibreel alayhi salam. Again, they asked for permission and entered. In the second sky, he met Prophet Isa alayhi salam and Prophet Yahya alayhi salam. At the third sky, the Prophet ﷺ met Prophet Yusuf. He described him as having half the beauty of the world. At the fourth sky, he met Prophet Idris alayhi salam. At the fifth sky, he met Prophet Harun, and in the sixth sky, he met Prophet Musa. At the seventh sky, he met Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, who was reclining on Bayt al-Ma'mur, which is the heavenly Kaaba, located right on top of the Kaaba of this earth. The Prophet ﷺ carried on his journey until he reached the furthest of the tree. The tree is described in great detail by the Prophet ﷺ. Here are some details about it. Its leaves were like elephant ears and its fruits like big earthenware vessels. Then when it was covered by the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it underwent such a change that none amongst the creation has the power to praise its beauty. That's how beautiful it was, subhanAllah. Another thing that was said is a rider will travel in the shade of one of its branches for 100 years, or 100 riders will seek shade themselves with its shade. The tree is surrounded with golden butterflies. He further said, many colors had covered it which I do not know, which basically means that the colors of the trees were indescribable. The Prophet ﷺ then talked to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We do not know many details about this, but one of the most important things was he was prescribed the prayer for the Ummah. It started with 50 prayers, and on his way down, he saw the Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and Prophet Musa told him that 50 was too much for the Ummah to handle. So then he went back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and was prescribed 45 prayers. On his way back, Prophet Musa alayhi salam said that 45 was still too much. And this went on until there was 5 prayers left. Prophet Musa alayhi salam still said they were too much, but the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said he would be embarrassed to go back again. So now we only pray 5 prayers, but we get the reward of 50 prayers. Now let's talk about what the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saw in Jahannam. When the Prophet ﷺ got to the gate of Jahannam, he was received by an angel greater than anything he had seen. This was the angel Malik that guards Jahannam. The Prophet and all the angels were scared of him, that's how scary he was. Jibreel alayhi salam told him to show the Prophet ﷺ Jahannam, so he opened one of its gates and the fire went up to the sky until the Prophet thought it was going to catch him. Then he told Jibreel alayhi salam to tell him to close the gate. Jibreel alayhi salam told him to close it, and then it went back down. Look at how scary Jahannam is. Another thing is, the Prophet ﷺ said he saw is that most people in Jannah were poor people, and most people in Jahannam were women. This is not comparing men and women, as like a lot of people think. It's just saying what the Prophet ﷺ saw. Now Shahir will be going.